Rouge's big mistake. After making a serious mistake, Rouge tries to pretend it don't happen, assuming it's all over. But it's only just begun. Rouge's big mistake. Author, Cartoon Nightmare. PM, Fiction M, English Humor, Rouge and Robotnik, Dr. Eggman. Spoiler. Rouge woke up with a hell of a headache. She tasted like she had cigarette butts in her mouth. She coughed and rolled over. Hey, this wasn't her bed. Where the hell was she? Wait, it was time to come back to her. She'd been to a party, lots of booze, so she was hungover. Great. Okay, that made some sense. She could tell that she was buck naked. Why the hell had she taken her clothes off? She was in bed. Where was she? And then she heard the snoring. Damn, who did she end up in bed with? Knuckles. Shadow. Her mind was a blank. She reached out in the dark room and touched the leg. It was hairy, but not nearly as hairy as it should have been. She ran her hand across it to her huge fat stomach. Gross. Don't tell me I did it with big. She reached between the person's leg. Alright, definitely male. But not well equipped. And no freaking tail. Shit! Rouge jumped out of bed, pulling a blanket with her. In the dim light, she could make out him from the fuck up. In the dim light from the window, she can make him out. Eggman. We didn't. But a quick examination of her crotch and inner thighs told her that she was coated in juices, both male and female. She staggered to the window, tripping on her blanket, almost hitting her head on the windowsill. She opened the window, leaned out, and threw up. She had screwed Eggman! Yeah! Chapter 2. Once Rouge had finished vomiting, she started looking around. Where the hell was her clothes? She found one boot under the bed. The other was on the dresser. She must have fucking threw it. One glove was on the floor. The other on the dresser. By the dresser. The other was on the door. But where were her clothes? Had she come in here just wearing her gloves and boots? As she hurried past the bed, she saw Eggman had rolled over to sleep. The blanket had fallen off him. Gross. He was asleep with a boner. And his dick was covered with... Oh my god. Her dick was covered with what could only be her pussy juice. She felt like puking again. Of course. Assuming he was as drunk as she'd been and didn't remember last night, she knew that she didn't want Eggman knowing he'd screwed her. She'd fly out the window right now, naked, to keep him from waking up and seeing her. But when he saw her clothes, he'd figured out what had happened. She finally found her outfit lying outside the door. She had gone in wearing just her gloves and boots. Like a man. She had just started to step in her outfit when she heard moaning from across the room. Shit! She rolled her boots up in the outfit. She had already put her gloves back on and ran down the hall to the bathroom. She pushed the window up, looked outside, didn't see anyone, but if someone did spot her flying off naked, they'd guess she'd been in bed, Eggman's bed. And sooner or later, word would get back to him. Who knows where Eggman lives? Who knows his house? You'd think he'd get arrested. Looking down at her pussy again, though she realised she didn't want to get dressed yet, she had to get his come out of her. She shivered at the thought of him on top of her. I'd die. I think he probably had to be on top, thrusting away, shooting his load into her. And her tits were sore, bruised. He had been pinching them, sucking them, and biting them. She bent over the toilet and threw up again. Yeah, well, I agree with you there. She looked over at the shower. If she ran it, Eggman would probably hear and come to investigate. But Rouge turned on the water and stepped into the shower. Damn, that was cold. She turned the hot water, grabbed the soap, started cleaning her cunt. She soaped it inside and out, rinsed and repeated. It still felt sticky from his cum. Ra-da-da-da-da-da. What was that? Was someone coming? She turned off the water, let it drip down her naked body and listened. There was a knock on the door. Who the hell is in the bathroom? Eggman demanded. Come on, I have to piss like crazy. Rouge stepped out of the shower. Damn it, no towel! Why shouldn't he have noticed that before? She started unrolling toilet paper, drying herself as best as she could. It fell to pieces, but so what? She used up the entire roll and she was wet. She dumped the paper outside the toilet and flushed. Good job. The water started to come up. She clogged the drain, but who the fuck cared? Rouge dressed and climbed under the windowsill. Someone might see her leaving and tell Eggman, but hopefully he'd be sure she just made a mess of his bathroom. When Eggman finally got the door open, water from the toilet was all over the floor. More was still coming up. Eggman cursed and started working on fixing the toilet. He'd worry about who'd done this and what they'd gone later. Where they've gone. Miles away, Rouge landed outside the cave where she lived. She went inside, lay down on the bed she'd stolen and started sobbing, crying. Come on, she told herself. You're stronger than this. Stop. Stop crying. Stop it. But she couldn't. She hadn't minded pleasure in Knuckles and Shadow. Had enjoyed teasing the both of them with her body. They had both been handsome, muscular, close to her own age. Shadow's 50. Shadow was 50. Shadow's 50. She's not close to your own age. Eggman's also 50-ish. But this was disgusting. Eggman had been coming on to her for years. She'd always pushed him away. To think she'd actually... It's okay, she told herself. It's over. You can move past this. You can just forget it ever happened. But Rouge would never forget. Never.